Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hmm. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. You notice women are usually sweep the house. You notice that? How come the women are always the sweepers? I was in India. They're always never is a man sweeping the house. Never is a man sweeping the streets. You remember in India there, Lalita. You always see these women every morning. They're out sweeping and sweeping and sweeping, sweeping the sidewalk. I finally realized why. The women are the sweepers. Hey, it's a woman's job. Oh, God, you're just such a what do they call those guys? Machos, women sweepers. Women are not. No, it's a compliment actually. Women are the sweepers. Who you think sweeping the hearts? You think it's Krishna? No, it's Radha. It's that bhakti. That's why the devotees, they make such slow progress in these big movements, big ones, with thousands and millions of members. Very slow progress, man. Yeah, because they don't have the sweeper activated. And see, that's the devotion. That's bhakti is a great secret. Remember, Krishna said that. Oh, by the way, bhakti is a great secret. You know what bhakti is? Arjuna going, my God, Krishna, ooh, those words are so nice. You ever fall in love with somebody, and the man, especially the man, if you fall in love with a man, everything they do is just great, even though they kind of don't always do the greatest. Oh, but he did this, or your son or your daughter, oh, they did this. You see, this is love. Love is blind. See, love is blind in this world. But you know what? Love is different in the spiritual world. Love gives you the sight to see. Without it, you can't see. No devotion, no spiritual sight. You can't see the spiritual side of things. You just can't understand these things. But then devotion gives you the eyes. The eyes, I realized, you know what the essence of the truth is? It's all about friendship. It's all about affection. That's the great secret. It's all about that. So that's why it's all about bhakti is a great secret, because it's all about affection. But for what and who? See? To be or not to be, that is the question. Who should your affection be? That is the question. See, is it, the Vedas say Krishna is your best friend. Everyone, universal. Could you imagine having a best friend that is so universal? See, if you have a best friend that is the best friend of everybody in the universe, that means you'll be best friends with everybody? Well, potentially. The only reason why you wouldn't be is because of various levels of contaminations. They call it. See, contamination is just you don't feel affectionate for those who are transcendental. You don't like Haridas Thakur. Oh, yeah, what are you talking about? I'm a devotee in ISKCON for 50 years, and you're saying I don't like Haridas? Why do you think I'm here? Yeah, I'm sorry, you don't like Haridas Thakur. Oh, what is Hari's really nutso now? Look at him. He's saying this is a puppet show, by the way. I'm playing the parts. Oh, new hat. Oh, Gory, what are you saying, man? He's totally nutso now. He's saying I don't not Kari Das. I'm not into him. I've been praising Hari and Das and all the Dasas and all that for 50 years, and you say I'm not a real devotee yet. Yeah, you're not really. You really don't. You don't get it yet. The truth is so simple you can't see it. Only when the sweeper's in the house. You got the sweeper activated. Sweeper. Ah, yeah. Hey, sweeper. Yeah, see, the Lord is the best friend of everybody. It's only contamination that keeps us from that knowledge. That's why he sends people. He wants more friends again. Didn't like this unfriendly situation, inimical situation. Eh? So he sends his prophets and they kill him. Oh, who is this guy, man? Jesus Christ. I hate him. He's a heretic. And yeah, let's get rid of him. See? And look, what saved the fishermen? Was it their great knowledge? Was it their great tax collecting in Matthew? He was a great tax collector. Ooh, they were the most hated, just like now. Ooh. Yeah. What saved them? Affection for Jesus. That was it. It was so they just stayed around him. That was the secret: is stay around those who really love you, those who have real affection for you. See, that means the devotee, like Haridas. I don't like Haridas. Yeah, well, we're here. We represent Haridas, my friends. Haridas was ecstatic, and so are we. And so, no, hey, man, no bullshit flies here, man. Do you really like them? You really like Haridas? Because he had the sweeper in him, We got the sweeper. Yeah. What do you think purifies us every day? We don't have to be perfect. Look at the Pandavas. It was their affection for Krishna. See that love. They had that love, that affection that helped them, saved them. Krishna would do all kinds of things for them, help them in different ways. And they were just ordinary, just ordinary persons, Kshatriyas, Kshatriya king, a little addicted to gambling, Can you imagine? That's one of the he broke one of the four. How can he be a devotee? He broke the fourth principle of gambling. Well, we don't think about these things. What about those prostitutes? They're on top of the building. What saved them? Oh, look at that Krishna down there. Oh, he's so beautiful. Oh, I just want to embrace him. That was saved them. And they were prostitutes. And they went out and did their job the next day. They had to do the work. Somebody's got to service the men the unmarried men in Dwarka. Oh, unmarried. I thought they were perfect. They loved Krishna, so they had to have no sex. All these crazy things people are taught in these big movements who don't know God very well. Yeah, Jesus even said, John the Baptist comes and he only eats honey. And he lives in the desert austere, and they still criticize him. And here the Son of Man comes. The Son of God comes. even deeper than that. And he comes, they call him a glutton because I eat with all these tax collectors and people here who listen to me, who like me. The only thing that saved Matthew was his affection for Krishna, man. The only thing that's going to save people here is their affection for a person like Johan and Lalita Ganga in Rivers, because they're devotees. You can see the symptoms of real devotion in them. That's what's going to save you. If you don't have a friend like this, you don't get out of here, man. That's why they're here. That's why they're manifesting here, is just to make friends. That's it. Whoever is friendly to them, then you don't have to be anything special. Those big sannyasis are in the back of the line. Oh, yes. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, I can prove my points, man, because I got big backing here, man. You wouldn't believe how big the backing is. It's called TRUTH. Yes. That truth. Nobody can deny this. It's all Prabhupada wrote his books for this. He wrote these books for this time, this situation, and this very place. Facebook Live every day, 365 days a year. I may get up late like I did today, but still we get the job done. We get the sweeper to come into the hearts and sweep out all the crapola. Man are the sleepers. Yeah, see, man. Yeah, you see the women do all the work over there in India. You ever see them? Go look at who builds the buildings. The women carrying all the rocks on there. See, it's always the women, man. I'm telling you. We here to praise women, man. Praise their glories. Yeah. Who you think it's Krishna that's king of Vrindavan? Oh, it's Radha, man. She's in charge. They're all after her. Everyone, even Krishna, right? Who does Krishna chase after? He chases after her. He wants to get the girl. Why wouldn't we want to get the girl if he wants to get the girl? In the world, they're trying to get the girl. What is it? That's her representation in this dull place. In this very dull place called the material universe. that's her. That's why she's attractive to dull people. See, here I walk in Playa del Carmen. It's really interesting. Unless I'm chanting. If I'm not chanting, I walk down here, I look at all these beautiful women from all over the world, and they just come here to dress up so they can get adored. I mean, this is a big thing to be adored, So they come here and oh man, and everything, their bodies are perfect thing. They spend all that time every day in the beauty parlors are big here for women, man. Oh, they're in there every day, man, getting their hair just perfect. Because, what else are they going to live for? They can't sweep anything. All they can do is accumulate dirt. And help dirty the hearts of others, So they go and they come, and then I walk by them, and it's very interesting. All that beauty and everything, and you look at their face, unhappy. You would think, with all that beauty and all that adoration from guys, and the ghost same for the men. And just, they just, unless you're chanting, then all of a sudden the smile comes. It shows you this is more attractive. Because even those same beautiful women or men or whoever they are, many of them, they start smiling when it's like, hey man, now you know what real beauty is. It comes from within and out, not outside. See, this is the Maya, big, crazy thing here. Is why the chanting is great. Even those people, they've been waiting because they don't know. Nobody knows. Their spiritual body's not activated. They need to hear the holy name. That's why Lord Caitanya just went around chanting the holy name. Andromeda's back. All right, man. Oh boy, she paired the channels, man. Look at that. Paired channels. Beauty within, yes. Yeah, and you can see those who have beauty without, if they have the real mercy, they're attracted to the beauty within, which is devotees, real devotees. Some are like that, you see. That's proof of the mercy. If you have opulences and you're still attracted and not detracted from God, from his pleasure potency. Pleasure potency, you notice it? Pleasure. What is it? Pleasure is usually attributed to women. Women like pleasure, don't they? They like children and they like money. There's pleasure for them, you know. No, also men. I don't want to cut them out of the picture. They also like toys, you know. They like their little toys, electronics. I know, you know, I can relate. You know, I also do. But you know, what saves me is somehow or other, I got this little bit of slight amount of affection, and that just little drop is it shows me, boy, could imagine if I had a little thimble full of affection. You know, if I had just even a drop of what Lolita and Johan have, my life would be even more perfect than just having a little drop. It's so great to have somebody to praise. I've been waiting for this. This is the whole point, man. I couldn't find it out there. I was looking for a guru to really praise. I couldn't find anybody except Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta who were just here, and I missed them. And then now I see even my disciples. Many of them are praiseworthy, man. Can you imagine? Look at this. Look at this dedication that River has for the truth. I mean, just honestly, I'm not just what do you call this? Patronizing. This is the truth, man. Look at the dedication Lolita has. Look at it. Look how much the Lord trusts them to give Himself to them, and and that way I can have friends. Otherwise, I'd be alone in this world. If you don't have affection for Krishna, indifference. Because the Lord is like that. That's why the devotees come. Yeah. Yeah. Amy Rose, those women are angry because all that beauty is like a full-time job. And exactly, better than me. I'm just, I don't know. I don't walk in their shoes. So what do I know? I just looking at, just a superficial idea. That's deeper. Yeah. Yeah. All that job, exhausting. Yeah. It's a big job. Yeah. They do it to compete with each other. Yeah. Okay. Competition too. So it's actually a psychological low self-esteem issue. Yeah, exactly. See, and the beautiful thing about Krishna consciousness, you can have high self-esteem or low self-esteem. You come here and everybody gets low self-esteem. See, listen to the perfect. See, low self-esteem is the best. They're not high self-esteem. People think, oh, I'm really low. I've been beaten by my father and mother, and now I just feel so bad about myself. I'm so negative, See? But low self-esteem is the perfection. In the spiritual world, everybody has low self-esteem. They esteem the false ego, this false ego. I mean, they don't even really doesn't bother them, false ego. They just say, it's really low. I've fallen into this world, birth and death, man, and it's actually a spiritual taste of pleasure of feeling how fallen you are. Like Haridas. Oh, I'm outside, and everything was truth. I'm outside of I'm so low and fallen outside of the Varnashram system. That was actually a great glory of Haridas. He wasn't identified with any of the Varnashrams. He was a servant of Krishna, see? It was revealed to him. Why? Because of that. Do you notice how blissful and ecstatic he was? Does anybody know that? You notice all the devotees, it's when you look at them, you're really looking at their bliss unless you're blind. You just see two-dimensional. But if you really look at them, what's their qualities? Bliss and ecstasy. See, the sweeper is living in the house. See, that's the gardener is actually Radha. You thought it was Krishna? No, the gardener is Radharani. Who else is in? You go look at who gardens around Sachi's house. It's her. She loves gardening. She loves pulling weeds. It's always pulling weeds outside. See, outside. So we come and we pull some weeds from the inside. She's a little bit lax in pulling the weeds on the inside. So we gotta, that's why we're here, right? To help each other. We're here to pull, you have a little trouble pulling weeds in the inside, then we're here too to pull a few weeds. We'll help you. Get the house built quicker. Get the nice garden going, growing great. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, when they see our chanting, they probably think, oh, these guys got low self-esteem. Look, they're crying. Oh, miserable. Oh, they must be feeling really negative about themselves. No, see, no, you have no idea. It's called transcendental mellows. Whether you look like you're miserable or you look like you're incredibly happy, it's all mellows, man. It's all mellow, man. Literally mellow, intoxicating, wonderful. Okay? Sweet tears. And in the halfway interment thing, it's mixed a little bit, but you get purified. The sweeper's in there. Sweeping it out, man. So let's see here. Where are we? Chapter 1, Reunion at the house of Advaita Acharya. Chapter 1 in this book, Anchakanda. I worship the two brothers, Sri Caitanya and Sri Nityananda. They are the most magnanimous supreme lords. Magnanimity. Why? Because they taught about who they really are. Who God really is. What is God's heart? What is he like? What does he dislike? Yeah. What is attractive to God? Okay? What is attractive to his devotees? It's all the lessons of Caitanya Lila. Very clear, very simply put. The most magnanimous. Why? Because he gave this love. I was telling River yesterday. She gave her a message about this. I was telling River. She said, "No, you don't trust." I won't mention any names. I don't trust certain people. Let's put it like that. And I said, "Well, hey, man, if God gives Himself to them, that's magnanimity. See, that's His magnanimity. So in other words." The Lord knows our situation. We can't get over this. We can't get over our pitfalls. They're like pit bulls in our lives, keeping us with locked jaws. Pit bull, when it gets a hold of you, you can't get rid of it. It won't get its jaws off. They're strong. That's Maya, man. It's got a jaws on us. So you see, so the Lord comes in and just he comes inside. What do you think? He went inside the snake. In Vrindavan, he goes inside, doesn't the outside, he goes inside. See, and then he expands himself. See, that's the secret. That's what he does here. As we are, we got all these identifications with everything, okay, Mayavadis, or whatever it is. And if you just somehow or other you're affectionate for the devotees, you just kind of like them, and you go and hang around them. The Lord says, "Oh, whoa, look at they're doing devotee. They have some affection for me." He's not looking at like, "Oh, you got this fault and that fault." No, he's looking at, "Oh, you have affection for me. Oh, that's the quality. Oh, you like my devotees. They're exuding this ecstasy, and you like that? Oh, wow. Boy, let me give you an embrace." And then you get inside. And you wonder why these people with contaminations are laughing and crying sometimes. Because the Lord is saying, "Yeah, I'll help you now." Dissolve the false ego from within. Yeah. As long as you stay around the devotees, otherwise it'll dry up, Yeah. See, the Lord came. He came to show Himself. See, Himself, the best part. He came to show the best part of Himself, which is its bhakti. Isn't that the best part of Krishna for us? Huh? No, isn't it the best part for the Christians, the Holy Spirit? Don't they pray? Oh, holy, they pray. A lot of times they're not even praising Jesus. They're praising the whole Holy Spirit. Of course, that is part of Jesus. You can't separate that from the Lord and the Lord's intimate devotees. That's their makeup. They make up, and the women, they go and make themselves up and put all that. Then they come out and look really strange with the big eyelash. You ever see those women with big eyelash? It looks so fake, right? Well, but still, you got to have makeup. See, what is your makeup? Oh, Hare Krishna, and ecstasy. That's the makeup of the devotee. See, they're made up of that. It's part of their makeup. Otherwise, they're not devotees yet. They're just, stand-ins, doubles. They're doubling for the real devotees. You can't, if you don't have transcendental intelligence and transcendental knowledge given by real devotees, you can't tell the difference between the clone or the double, the replica from the real thing, right? Isn't that really the problem? Holy Spirit, fill this vessel, serve and love and to glorify. Yes, my sweet Lord. Yes. These two supreme controllers have now appeared on earth, this earth, in their eternal forms. Eternal forms. See? Eternal forms is this Satchitananda manifestation. That's why devotees who have this, they're eternally liberated. That's their eternal form. See, the Vedas teach a very, in the Vedas are the deepest teachings. Christians, if they would wrap their head around this, they would be so happy. Muslims, Christian, all you religious people out there would be so happy. The deepest truths are revealed in these books of like Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Have now appeared upon this earth in their eternal form. See, the eternal form of a devotee or the Lord is eternal, as it is. That form that you saw on this, well, whether we saw, we don't remember, right? And it's not here before us. Some people see, the Lord gives them that special mercy. Yeah. But those eternal forms are eternal, just like the last birth of a devotee. Their form is considered, the Lord likes to look at it. Oh, man, this person worshiped me in this particular form that you see. What do you think? They make a murti of Prabhupada. You think that form is ever going to, the look of the devotees can take any kind of form, right? Even in the world, even non-devotees take all kinds of forms. But that particular form that a devotee realized Krishna in, it's so attractive to the Lord and to the devotees. Who do you want to see when you pass from this? Well, you want to see Prabhupada, right? How you recognize him as an eternally liberated soul in this world. In the dream, when I had a dream, Prabhupada appeared looking like that. Oh Lord, you are the eternal truth, man. And that's what it's about. Eternal truth. It's all about speaking about eternal truth, isn't it? Isn't it nice to just talk about eternal truth and emanate it? Make that the central topic. That's what liberates people. Keep people's attention above even heaven. This is all above heaven. Heaven is above heaven, earth, and hell of the material universe. This meditation is on the eternal truth. And then when the eternal truth likes to hear that, and he starts to awaken in us. He likes people who really know him, who really promote him and her in this world. The full Godhead, Radha and Krishna. That's his reward, is himself. He is the store of wealth. He's the real wealth. This friendship is his greatest mercy upon a soul, where you can feel his presence and you feel he's my best friend. He's my supreme purifier, this friend, Krishna, this playful Krishna, happy-go-lucky Krishna. You guys look so serious. Oh Lord, you are the eternal truth. unconditioned by past, present, and future. You notice? So that when devotees feel kind of miserable or something, it's their conditioning coming out. That's all. See, he unconditions you. Isn't it nice to have somebody so powerful that you can get unconditioned? People try, you go to psychologists, what do they try to do? They try to get rid of your conditioning, right? But they don't do a very good job. And boy, does it cost you big bucks, man. $100, 150, maybe $200 an hour to get deconditioned. And look at this. This is all free, man. The Lord just comes, jumps in, starts sweeping. She comes into you, and you start to feel and realize things, and decondition you and recondition you to be a devotee. See, now you're reconditioned. There's no need to destroy the body. You just recondition it. Recycling. Isn't it better? Why destroy? Let's recycle. Let's recycle these material bodies. See, make them better, more natural, spiritually natural. You ever see toilet paper that's been recycled? It even looks, I don't know how they do it. How do they recycle toilet paper? But anyway, they got it. It's brown. It's very natural. It feels nice on wiping. Just smooth. How they got rid of the smell, who knows? Bill Gates must be at it, man. I saw him drinking water that was made of pee and crap and all kinds of garbage, and I saw him drink it. He even carries a bottle of crap around with him, literally. Stool. He walks around and he prays. He says, "Hey, man, see this water I'm drinking that came from this." And I'm going to get the whole world to drink this. Oh, thank you very much. All because the whole world won't drink this. If the world would do this, if ISKCON would do this, if the Gaudiya Math and Samitis and all the Muslims and Christians would drink this, then you don't have to drink that. Even if you drank that, it would be a big joke. It's like, oh, so what? All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the beloved. Oh, wait, we went too far. I offer my repeated obeisances unto you, along with your intimate servitors, your unalloyed devotees, your intimate servitors. See, friendship again. It's all about friendship, intimate. How can you be intimate with somebody you don't like? Even Sanatan was taught a good lesson. Sanatan was going on Madhukari one day, and he goes in Vrindavan, and he goes, knocks on the door, and the lady comes out with a toothbrush. She's brushing her teeth, and she was cooking something, and she's brushing her teeth, and Sanatan says, "Oh, this is not according to rules and regulations." And she's brushing her teeth with that stick. They call it a twig. What is it? Neem stick. Great way to brush your teeth. He's brushing away, and Sanatan says, "I just come from Madhukari," and he's kind of looking a little like, "Ooh, this is a little strange. She's not following the rules and regulations," because he was a bit strict, And she's brushing away, and then she needed to stir the pot. She takes that toothbrush and stirs the pot in there, all that stuff with it, the toothbrush. And Sanatana freaked out. He said, "Mataji, that's not really right to do this. This is not according to the rules and regulations. This is Muchi. That's really Muchi." And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're a great soul. Oh my God." And she felt really bad, and all this. And so Sanatana had a dream that night. And Krishna comes and says, "Oh, what is this? Do I got to kick you out of Vrindavan like I wanted to kick out Pundarik Vijayanidhi for being so stickler for the rules? I had to wear starch. She wanted me to wear starch. So I don't like starch shirts, by the way. I don't like starch. I like natural. I'm embellishing things. It's a puppet show. Remember that. What is this? I have intimate relationship with this Mataji. We're very intimate. I like to, when things that are in her mouth, what do you think kissing's about? You like to be with the mouth, right? With the mouth of the woman or the man. You want to really tongue them and everything, right? I won't mention everything else some people do. I don't want to be too moochy. See? So can you imagine spiritually? And so the Lord's looking, this is my devotee, man. I like that stick that was in her mouth. You don't think it's the Lord is not even more that way with his devotees, more intimate? What do you think? He went and embraced Sanatana Goswami, who had all these itching, so he didn't care about you, my devotee, man. That's all I see. That's all he sees in us. He doesn't look at any of these. He says, you're a devotee, you're like me. That's why he went to a Mayavadi, This Mayavadi. Usually the Lord doesn't associate with Mayavadis, only for one reason. There's only one reason. You can't contaminate the Lord. I'm going to tell you a secret that Jesus didn't even reveal now. Truly, I mean, I'll prove it, man. My Lord is, he's a very interesting guy. Even Mayavadis, the Lord, this Mayavadi, he likes me. Oh, he's a Mayavadi. The only reason why he didn't at first turn the minds of the Mayavadis is they weren't attracted. They didn't like him. They criticized and all. Say, he's not my friend. Let me go to the Sudra's house. He's my friend. He likes me. That's it, man. It's like Jesus said, when these sticklers for rules, like Peter, he was a pious guy, mode of goodness type fisherman, Yeah, he says, "Why were you going to a sinner's house?" "Oh, well, go anywhere, man. Sin ain't gonna bother me. I'll go anywhere anybody wants to listen to me. Anybody who likes to listen to me, I'll go over there." Hey, this is the way the Lord works. This is what the Lord, Lord Chaitanya just came to fluff out that truth, that Jesus started. His affection. It's millions of times. This is the Lord's from his own mouth. Affectionate dealings between his devotees with his more intimate devotees are millions of times more powerful than following rules and regulations. This intimacy. And then the Lord went on to say, "Oh, my spiritual master and the Supreme Lord, they're not under the rules and regulations of the Vedas. They're under affection for each other. They're ruled by affection, not by rules. They don't worship each other. They don't follow each other, because of rules. Because the rule says you're supposed to follow Krishna. They follow because they love Krishna. Their happiness is Krishna, being in that relationship, right? When you're married to somebody, you love them, right? You stay around because you have love for that person, not other people, right? That person. This is a spiritual principle. It's all about affection, man. That's why you guys have experiences. You just somehow like this fool here. That's it, man. That is the only thing. Not because you follow strictly rules, right? I don't even ask you. The devotee as well as the Lord, they look at affection. Oh, this person likes to be around me. That's why. What do you think Amy's getting this mercy? It's just affection. Somehow she likes to, hear this guy talk. Just because of affection, the Lord has saved her. Affection for what? The Lord's nature. What do you think a devotee? What do you think Satchidananda is? Just a friggin' word? Just a word, Satchidananda? No, where is the manifestation of Satchidananda, man? Where is that real bliss? Where is that real truth? Deep like an ocean, deeper, so simple but profound. Where are those big jokes that Krishna tells in Vrindavan? Where is that great actor acting on the stage of the world? The supreme play, the greatest show on earth, is all about truth and ecstasy. Satchidananda. Where's that play of Satchidananda? The play, the rasa dance of Satchidananda. Where is it? Oh, because if you find it, man, and you become friendly towards that show and become part of that show. See, here we're giving out parts. We got a cheerleader part for Amy, man. She could be a food service worker if she wants. Okay? We got a part for everybody. We got a part for Andromeda. We got a part for everyone. Tom, anybody can get a part in this play. Can you imagine? See, my Lord is magnanimous. His proof. He'll give you a part in the greatest show on earth, the greatest play in this world, in this universe, right now, as you hear. This great show is manifesting and going on in this universe. Here, not on Swargaloka, here, right here on Facebook Live, 365 days a year, God willing. Everybody can have a part. Look, go out and try out for a part on Broadway. Anybody here? See if you make the team. No. You got to see, everything's hard, isn't it? Everything is so friggin' hard in this world. You got to train for years to go and join a troupe there, or to be an actor. You have to kiss ass, and you probably have to, bend over. That what I've been hearing now. And get these with these pedophiles in charge. What did Prabhupada say? This material universe world is being managed by Rakshasas, man. They're in Hollywood, man. And you wouldn't believe what they get you to do. See, everything's hard here and dark. Hey, man, Lord, you want to be a part in this play, man? This Sadhu Sangha play is the greatest show on earth. And man, that is the truth. I ain't lying. The world is lying to you. It's saying her show is the greatest show. No, we're in competition now. It's time for a competition. We'll prove that this is the greatest show on earth. And my Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda are so magnanimous. They say, anybody, if you like to join, if you like to be with us, come and on stage, man. You can be in the audience in this show, or you can be on stage, whatever you like. You can be part of this show. Right? Isn't that this is this. Now, isn't it, you tell me, I'll ask just a logical conclusion. Is this the greatest show on earth or not? Logically, intelligently, reasonably. Well, to me, it got to be. Look at this. Where else do you learn about what is most important to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller of all the universes? I just told you what's the most important. And that is very true. You can even check it in the Vedas. Affection is the most important thing. So he sends his representatives, and that somehow or other you get through your contamination and you just like them. You like their word, you like their ecstasy. You'll get that and you'll become like them and part of the show. See, the Lord's show. We're here to serve the Lord, right? Servants of the Lord. What is it? We into God's business. What did Jesus say? Hey, man. Hey, mom and dad. I'm here. I'm in the temple going about my Father's business, not your business. You're just human beings. Your business is pounds and shillings and all that. I'm into God's business. Okay? You want to be into God's business? You come here. That's all we're about. We teach you the business of the family. This is a mafia here, man. Transcendental mafia. You want to learn the family business? You can't get out of this business, man. This is an eternal business, man. We'll whack you. Literally, we don't have to we don't have to kill the body. I'll just slap you. We'll give you a whack. Sting a little bit, but you get over it. Yeah, don't you know, I'm Italian. My cousins and all those stuff, they were in the mafia, man. See, this is the transcendental mafia. Oh man, come on in, man. You can become part of it, man. We just live great, They have life every day, feast every day. Every day is the appearance day of our Lord Chaitanya. Every day. No waiting for like, Gor Pranim and the full moon and all that. The full moon is here every day. Full moon, completely full. See? Full. Radha and Krishna, half and half together. Full moon and meeting. Why do you think in the full moon they say people go crazy? Okay? People are insane. That's our days. We also go transcendentally insane every day. And it's wonderful. There's no fault in that because the moon is full every day. You don't have to wait a year and then all you get is a bellyache because you ate too much. Here, we eat too much, you just take a little break and relax. And then you want to eat. We're already thinking about the next meal. You ever notice that? You feel, okay, but, let's see, a couple more hours and I'll be hungry again. Your unalloyed devotees, your sons, renounced Goswami disciples, and devotional processes of chanting the holy names of Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, along with your intimate servitors, your unalloyed devotees. See? And you could be a sannyasi, you could be a sudra, it doesn't matter. And the Lord comes preceding this understanding and the experience of the real transcendental Lord, the devotees come first. Well, actually, the Lord, you're praying to the Lord directly or inside, or you're fed up with your ministers, motivated gurus, motivated sannyasis. Little hypocrisy there usually. And you fed up, and you pray to the Lord. Lord, is there anything more real, more than what I'm experiencing? And then the Lord will send you his devotee. They represent what? Satchidananda in the world. You'll see what real bliss is. You'll see what real knowledge is. You'll see them glorifying the absolute truth, eternal truth, not glorifying the world and worldly things. What? Things that are, it's like, I'm going to glorify this thing. I could say, well, it's useful in Krishna service. That's all. That's its glories if it can be used in Krishna service. The same thing for all of us. Any glory we have is if we can be used in Krishna service. Serving the Lord. Especially when you're serving the transcendental Lord. You get deep realizations, deep understanding. So, Sri Bhu Devi, who appeared in Vishnu Priya, and Sri Devi, who appeared as Lakshmi Priya. See, and all of them had affection for Lord Chaitanya, right? They had affection for real devotees. That's the essence. Again, friendship and affection for real devotees. If you somehow or other get that or have that, you're very fortunate, and you stay with it. If you somehow you realize, oh, this is important. See, people don't know it's important. That's why people leave here. They don't know it's their affection they have for what we're doing was the main quality. Whatever affection they had. And by leaving here and losing that affection, that's called contamination. Being covered. And when they have affection and they stay around devotees, that's how we get out of here. And if you leave the real devotees who have this transcendental Satchidananda nature, that's how you go back into the contamination. It's pretty simple, isn't it? And how do you know you're in contamination? You're in aparad. Aparad means without affection. Oh, you don't like this group. You don't even want to be friends with them. Can you imagine? You notice those? They don't even want to see here. I'm saying that is illogical. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's you got some screws loose. Why wouldn't you want to be around devotees that are true manifestations of Satchidananda? Prove me wrong, anybody. Nobody can. Because it's true. So people need to, if they hear this truth and understand it, they can find the real path. See, the real path is the devotee and affection for the devotee. What saved those persons and made them saints, the 11 apostles, was their affection for Jesus. The same thing with Lord Chaitanya. This is what saved the devotees was their affection for him and wanting to be around him, or even thinking about him. Even if they weren't around there, they felt, oh, this is my benefactor. This is my most dear friend. That's what saved them. And the Lord said, I read that verse before in Chaitanya Church, unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. Okay, what does acceptance mean? You think that's enough acceptance? That's why all you can do is get a higher birth, just following rules and regulations. You want to get out completely, all you need to do is, if the Lord gives you a situation where his Satchidananda manifestation, real devotees who have real pure bliss and real deep knowledge because of that, and you come in their association and get purified, you're going back to Godhead thousands of times faster than just staying without affection. You're still in aparad. If you can't chant the holy name like devotees here in ecstasy and feel the bliss of a friendly, intimate, ecstatic relationship with Krishna and Radha, then you're still in the material consciousness. You're still you can't get out of the material world until you get this affection for the Lord and his devotees. That's why they come here. Otherwise, nobody knows what is the truth. They're not clear about it. No, they're not clear about it in religion. It was all about affection. It's thousands. Lord Chaitanya said dealings in an affection are millions of times greater to the Lord and his real intimate devotees than following millions of rules and regulations. And because that puts you in the awe and reverence and distance, see, less affection. See, the Lord wants to bring you closer. That's why he brings his intimate devotees here. Whoever can get them, get their message, understand these principles, you understand why the Lord came here. And then you don't take another birth because you got real knowledge now. The problem is people lack this knowledge. They have demigod type knowledge, mystic knowledge. Hare Krishna. Are we still broadcasting?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, you're just a little frozen there, but that's okay.
You want us to go?
No, it's actually no, let's just keep it. Let's keep it for as long as it can. Okay, it came back. Some people are moving. Actually, all you need to do is turn your camera off and on. It looks like because River turned her thing on and it's back on. Try just turning it in. See what happens. Move around a little bit. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's all you have to do. Yeah. You're all good now. All right. Yeah. Sri Devi, who appeared as Sri Vishnu Priya, Sri Devi, who appeared as Lakshmi Priya and Leela Devi. Isn't that amazing? All it was is about affection, and everybody who liked to be around the Lord. Can you imagine how God is? This is his most intimate secret. People think, oh, I'm going to prove myself and deserve and all this stuff. And the Lord is just thinking, like that brahmachari. The brahmachari he threw out, oh, you think you can come here because of rules, regulations, and how fasting you are and how austere you are. Throw them out. See, I like to be with my devotees who are devotees. Oh, bring him back because he went with Srivas. Oh, because he always about, oh, you like my devotees. So he taught two things there, two important things. Okay? One is you can't attain me through renunciation, all this. I'm attained only through affection. See, and therefore most people don't have 99.9% people don't have affection for Radha and Krishna. Okay? So therefore your only alternative is to learn how to develop that affection by being around affectionate devotees, if you're lucky in some lifetime to ever see one, much less believe in what they preach. You notice how Jesus said, those who believe in me, all their sins will be forgiven? See, if you believe in somebody, you'll want to listen to them, right? If you believe in somebody, you will hear from them and you will get the benefit or the curse of hearing from them. You want the curse? Listen to those who are politicians now, as the world is churned now. Listen to these people who sold out, to the darkness, and see how restricted your life will become. How you become in cages. You become in cages and all that, and you'll suffer the miseries of that. But those who are devotees, they don't suffer like people do in the world. You can throw a devotee in jail or something, and they'll chant and they'll be happy, right? Can you imagine? Can you see that? I mean, we're doing that right here before. There are people committing suicide because of the time now. So many. It's up so much of a percentage. You wouldn't believe it. People are taking these drugs, from the pharmaceuticals to cope with the situation now. It's so bleak. Look at Australia, lockdowns, crazy things, people, doing illogical things that only insane people do. It's like, and so inside they're suffering. Okay? Inside, we're not suffering because we know the truth. It's set us free. Not everybody, but here, but everybody's on their way if you like what we do. In conclusion, dealings and affection. Great there. Thanks, Johan. See, he comes up with all the verses. In conclusion, listen to this, everybody, all the world, ISKCON, Gaudiya Samiti. In conclusion, dealings and affection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead bring happiness many millions of times. See, it's all about happiness too, isn't it? Happiness of God is what we get. That's why devotees are so blissful and ecstatic. You got the happiness of God. It's extraordinary. You don't see, well, God, my gurus are not that happy. Why? Maybe it's wrong what you're doing. No, this is the happiness of God. This is supposed to be the happiness of Guru. From them, ecstatic bliss emanates. See, by their true word, ignorance is destroyed. All those beliefs and ignorant ideas. Or in gurus who cannot liberate you. This is the ultimate, teaching to go through the door, is you got to know who can liberate you, whose association can do it. Bring happiness many millions of times greater than dealings with him in awe and veneration. And many you people coming here know what I'm talking about. See, you're starting to feel more and more the happiness of God. Dealings of that kind of happiness of worshiping the Lord in a very intimate, ecstatic way. Oh, that happiness is fantastic. And you show the world this. Isn't it nice? You're this verse. You show, hey, man, this is my witness, man. The happiness I'm experiencing is 1,000 times greater than what it was before, when I was under the boot of Maya. Maya's a boot on your head, on your neck. See, this is you want to be a wannabe. You want to become famous. Yeah, the devotees get the fame of being a devotee, and it just comes automatically. Look at people becoming famous here. You're famous here. You should be famous all over the world. Trump should come to your door and pay obeisances to Lalita and Johan and River even. No, really, Trump, Biden should come and kiss their feet, but they don't, right? Contamination. Jaipataka and Radhanath should come and kiss Lalita's feet. They don't, right? Because of what? Contamination. You could say, oh, you're so offensive. Go, all right. No, I'm taking down the fence. This is very, very true. If you don't kiss the feet or be, I mean, just from your heart of a living devotee where God is living inside, chosen to live in that temple, what kind of devotee are you? You're just an abbas, a semblance. You're just a symbol, a symbol. You're just a ceremonial devotee. Doing this dance. You're just a his grace or her grace in name only. You're a his holiness, and you don't know what holiness is. You don't know what wholeness is. If you're whole, you're holy. That's it, man. If you got your other half with you, your other half is that Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you have an eternal relationship with that Lord, you're a his holiness or her holiness. You're a saint. And not even thinking about it. Not even thinking, I got to go to the beauty parlor to get some makeup on. You're already made up, man. You got the makeup is wholeness, holiness. It's time you to stop having faith in popes who have no affection for God and actually have affection the opposite. The Lord's Maya is involved in that. Okay? Want to become famous, buy followers. Yeah. I also buy, you know how I purchase followers? With the truth, man. If you can withstand the truth here, see, if you can stand before the truth, stand under, if you're under, you can understand the truth, stand under it. Oh, I've just, Krishna just purchased you. I just using him. See, I use Krishna. And it's Krishna say, yeah, use me, man. Use me. I'm truth, man. Use me, man. Whoever can stand under this truth. You're not under the maritime law. People are standing under. See, you're born again. You're not just birthed from the water, and you come out and then you got your little social security and you're owned by Maya. See, we have the spiritual rebirth, man. We're owned by Krishna. We own him. He owns us. It's a two-way street. I like this slavery. He's a slave of the devotee, and the devotee's a slave of the Lord. We like it like that. Here, you're just a slave of Maya. She doesn't give you any freedom, more and more restriction. Have you noticed the last 2 years? More and more restrictions, huh? Here we get more and more freedom being in the Lord. See, being the Lord's slave, he's our slave. We're his slave. Perfect relate. The Lord wants to be a slave. Oh, this is my devotee. He has affection. He loves me. Oh, I'm head over heels for this devotee. Man, I give myself to them. See, that's it. See, there you go. The devotees here, like River and Lalita, right before me. They're fructified examples. It's fructifying in them. Lord says, yeah, you call him, he comes, right? You chant his names, there. That manifestation of ecstatic devotional feelings, like you show in your own demonstration, is proof. Proof that the Lord has, proof of stake, they call it in crypto. Proof that the Lord has staked his residence in you. Doesn't go away, does he? If you don't go away, he doesn't go away. Want to buy followers? Yeah, we purchase our followers with the truth. If you can stand under the truth, or you can stand the truth, okay, come along, man. Mm-hmm. See, do they know about that Sangha? Yeah, that's sadhu sanghas. If you just like being here, you like these devotees here, I'm telling you, you are guaranteed. There is no way you are coming back to this material consciousness ever. That's why it's so intense here. Everything is intense. Intense purification. You get thousands of times more purification than snailing your way in these big organizations like ISKCONs and all that stuff. Being around people who don't have transcendental affection. Proof is we've got it, right? We welcome, hey, Lord, every day, come, come. We want to dance. We're here to dance, man. Let's do the dance. And look at in the big organization. Oh, we don't want to dance with you guys. We want to do our own dance. Nice ceremonies and all that. They're into that kind of awe and reverence and distance. They like distance. Hey, man, this is a call out for you guys. I know Krishna and his intimate devotees have sheep in all those folds. In ISKCON, we calling you, Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smriti. Anybody in there knows what I'm talking about. Lord is awakened. You can come out and get more intimate with the Lord. Are you fed up with hypocritically what do you call representatives of Vrindavan? You're a hypocrite automatically if you don't have affection that you can prove to your disciples in the world that you have transcendental feelings for God that are bigger than any other common devotees. Then you can show the world that you are showing, like Lord Chaitanya showed, hey, come make friends with me and my devotees. That was all that was required. It's all that's required now. If you just like what's going on here and you become a fan, see, then you transcend becoming a fan of the world. See, fan of the world, fanning the Maya. You're just into a blaze. See, we're a fan of Krishna. We put out that Maya. Literally, we got a fire hose here. Hose you down. I'm also an example, but of what kind? You tell us, Tom. What kind of example are you? The main thing is you're happy here, right? You're happy to be with these devotees. Are you thinking anything special? You're just a guy in this world being jerked around with your trying to please all these people in the world. Merge with them. I remember when you started, man. I just want to marry. Oh my God, I got to make them happy, and I'm miserable making them happy. And I don't know what I'm confused. I don't know. See, Lord's not looking at that. He's looking. Oh, you like these devotees. Oh, you like to come live here. Oh, I like that. I like a person like that. That's why when you read these books, you become ecstatic. You notice you start to feel things. See, that's God. See? He's not looking at like you're not perfect. Isn't that what I was in the Narayan Maharaj group. They were teaching all about being a perfect devotee. You got to be, thunderbolt, renounced everything, got to get it to anartha nivritti, very hard, stuff, like that. So is he telling the essence? I mean, not to criticize, this apples and oranges, okay? We're comparing. Is he telling the real truth or is Gorhari telling the real truth? What is really going around the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Is it that kind of being austere and renounced and becoming perfect and anartha vritti and getting a little taste of ruchi in your next life and all that stuff? Or is it about, hey, man, get the truth. The truth is Lord Chaitanya is very magnanimous. Be with his real associates. How do you know what they are? Oh, they're so ecstatic, man. Uncommon. You'll never see a devotee like them. They poo-poo everything else except the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because then when you read the book, you see it's all about what they say. It's all about what they emanate. For God's sake. I didn't know that. I just realized something. This is a puppet. It's always a puppet show. I thought it was. I was doing this puppets and thinking, it's always a puppet show. But what puppets? Ooh. Ready to become a puppet in this show? The Lord will use you, People probably thinking, how does he see all that stuff in those, just that that one paragraph? It's mystical. I worship a mystical Lord. He's very mystical, very powerful, very ecstatic, man. Very, very profound. And best of all, he's very funny. Very, very funny. Always joking around. So, who manifested and the two Gadadhars, one is Sri Gadadhar Pandit, the expansion of Srimati Radharani. See, he was a Pandit. Why? Because he was an expansion of Radharani. She's the one who's the real. We can only know about Krishna and become Pandits if you know her, if you accept her. You know, if you don't accept Radharani, which is that extraordinary, loving, ecstatic love, and you got to acquire a taste for that because, you know, most people are a bit contaminated, right? You come here and you got to acquire a taste, you know, and that comes by being reconditioned and deconditioned from the illusion. And then after a while, you appreciate, oh, wow. Yeah. Let's see. Expansion and the other is Gadadhar Bhatta from South India. You know, when Gadadhar, I read this verse, Gadadhar would read Brihad Bhagavatamrita, and so many tears would come. No, you'd read Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto probably. So he'd be reading this, you know, and so Narottam got that book that Gadadhar read right when he disappeared. Or maybe he got to hear a class. Yeah, he got to hear a class. It was either Narottam or Srinivas, one of those two. They got to hear a class from Gadadhar before he disappeared. And so Gadadhar is reading from the book, the Bhagavatam. And so one of those devotees said, well, let me get a look at that book. So he's reading from the book. But there are you couldn't read the words because they were washed away from the tears of Gadadhar. And so Narottam or Srinivas said, the guy he's memorized all those verses. They're in his heart. You couldn't find a verse in that what he was reading that wasn't washed away by his tears. Okay? That's love of the devotees. Extraordinary. You see that here developing. And it doesn't stop. Isn't it amazing? It's ever fresh, ever deepening here. Look at this. This verse has said, best class ever. How can that be? These classes every day are, not every day, but you know, usually pretty phenomenal. But how could it always be? See, because we're on the eternal path. Okay? Fresh, it's fresh. And fresh again, ever fresh, ever, ever, ever fresh. Ever, ever deepening. Okay? Oh, more and more ecstatic, more and more. No room for increase, but increases more. See? You become these verses, they become part of you. Okay, all glories to Sri Caitanya, the beloved Lord of Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. Sri Nityananda is most dear to him. All glories to the Lord of Vaikuntha and the best among all the sannyasis. All glories to the illustrious devotee, Sri Gadadhar. You are the friend of the fallen souls. Please place your lotus feet upon the throne of my heart. Please hear attentively the topics described in the Anchakanda, which deal with the Lord's activities after taking sannyas. and his travel to Jagannath Puri. The night of his sannyas initiation, Lord Chaitanya remained in Katwa. Immediately after the completion of sannyas ceremonies, the Lord instructed Mukunda to sing. He stood up and began to dance vigorously. The devotees encircled him and joined in the chorus. The Lord was immediately overcome with ecstasy, and the Lord danced. He experienced heavy breathing, laughter, perspiration, shivering, horripilation, and roaring. Then, with a voice like thunder and roaring of thousands of lions, he crashed to the ground. With the impact of his fall sent shock waves among the spectators. The Kamadua fell out of his hand to one side, and the sannyasi danda went in another direction. The Lord became enraptured and maddened with love of himself. See, love of himself, that's really interesting. He says, love of himself. So you would think there's the Lord and there's himself. He's just in love with himself, like those selfie people. They look in there. I see that a lot now. They got these great camera phones, and wow, the women with all that makeup and going to the beauty parlors, and they take these. Oh, I'm so beautiful. See, they're in love with themselves. Isn't that interesting? But is that the real self? No, it's just the body. The Maya, the gods. I mean, I'm not against beauty. I mean, it reminds me of the truth. It is beautiful. You can't. If anybody in denial of that, you're just suppressed. That's all. Beauty, it's amazing. It's a miracle how the Lord can form earth so nicely, so shapely. Isn't it? It's just amazing how that's done. But it's still earth, right? it's still dull. Yeah. See, but people develop affection for it because it's so beautiful. See, that's the world. Here we have the feelings in the world, right? See, so the Lord came, and the only way we can get out of this, those feelings have to be dissolved and transformed into feelings of love for God and his devotees. See, then you see what real beauty is. Otherwise, you only know the beauty of I know the beauty of the world. I even can acknowledge it now, but it's insignificant. Because the Lord has shown me this beauty, this real beauty, lasting. Oh, a beautiful song or a class or a chanting. The Lord became enraptured and maddened with love of himself. He was loving the love. That's it. Isn't that really it? He became maddened with love for himself. That is himself, is that love, that devotion. If it's not in you, you're not awake. You're not alive. You're not intelligent. I don't care how big your title is, how many years in college you spent. See, so proof, do you love the love of the devotees? I love that. I live for that, man. Oh, Holy Spirit. Oh, Radha. Oh, Lord Chaitanya. Please give me that love. Give me, give me, give me. Lord Chaitanya was looking at the moon as a child and says, give me, give me, give me, give me. Couldn't reach it. Just looking in the wrong direction. Look at the devotees. Now you can catch the moon. Otherwise, the moon will be too far up there. When you're lucky to meet a devotee in this world who has the love of God, see the love of God. Listen to the word. It's all in the words. The love, God's love, his love. The love of that love is in you. Oh, is it attractive? only people, why they call us sahajas, they hate it. That's an attraction. It's just contamination that causes them to be attracted like that. Oh, just keep coming more. Come look at for more faults in our preaching, our exuding. Yes. Replying to Johan, Amy, you should have to ask Freddie to go live. Yeah, get him to go live, Amy. In the Lord's merciful embrace, Keshava Bharti was enlightened with love of Hari. Okay? So he was externally there, embracing like that, physically, right? And then enlightened by love of Hari. Is the Lord doing it that way now? Oh, he's embracing you from within, right? Because you come and embrace the teachings of the devotees. See, this is an embrace. You're in the embrace of the Lord this way. You're embraced by these teachings. You're embraced by this ecstasy. Oh, then you showing the Lord. Look at within Lalita. She's embraced by God. Okay? The Lord's embrace works like that here. If you embrace these teachings, which I think are pretty reasonable, very reasonable, extremely, extraordinarily reasonable, very logical, very freeing, very profound, very powerful. They give you a boon that all these other gurus could not even dream of. Nor Maharaj could dream. Could you imagine him thinking that people could be like him in this life? He even said, I remember I was there, he says, oh, most of my disciples will become sahajas. They already are, actually. Oh, really? Yeah. How can that be? Oh, well, if you're a representing Vrindavan and Radhe all the time, but you're not a representative of Vrindavan, that's sahaja. You're acting on a platform of devotional service you're not qualified for. People are just projecting their sahajaism on us when they say, oh, he's a sahaja, he's showing ecstasy. Well, my Lord showed ecstasy. Why wasn't he a sahaja? Right? Lord Caitanya, Nityananda showed ecstasy. Why wasn't he a sahaja? And we are? No, because you're a sahaja. You're not a real devotee. You're acting like a devotee, but you're not on that platform of devotee. You cannot prove to the world, really, only to people that are neophytes, you prove by lying to them. Unless devotion awakens in your heart, you're not real yet. You're just striving for this. You're still looking for the real path. That's why people come here and quickly devotion begins to manifest in them. Most. Some level of devotion begins to manifest in you because you're embracing it. You're embracing these teachings. You're embracing this family here. See, oh, I like to be around it. Oh, I like to listen to their classes. Yeah. Right? Simple. See, that's sahaja. I mean, people, they don't know how real this is. This is real. This is the real deal, man. You spend some time here, and then if you're really looking for God, and you're not just like a makeup artist, just come here to apply some makeup so you can go out there and look like a big teacher or something. You have that strong desire you want to live out. You just come here and stay here and enjoy the show. Become part of the show. Yeah. Make your comments. That's part of the show. Watch the show. Enjoy. We got to have an audience, right? Yeah, if we can't get all the ISKCON devotees to watch, then we have to have our own audience and enjoy the play, right? Somebody will come along and watch and think, whoa, wow, this play's going on. Yeah. Catch it before, the show ends. Shows will end sometime, It's all about the living show, man. Wasn't it a great show when Prabhupada was here? People were enlivened. Then he leaves. Unless you have the same mature bhakti that he had, you won't do what he did. You can't, the show just starts to go. The show went after a year or so, all that energy just petered out and it became one of rule, literally one of mandates, locking things down, locking devotees up on that low. They lost that feeling. When Prabhupada's here, even though he's teaching rules and regulations, everything, but the emanation was there. Then the emanation goes because it wasn't in the gurus. So you need the guru to continue the emanation, continue the ever deepening understanding, right? Yes? Who's continuing the emanation that was emanated from Prabhupada? I only seen here. Narayan Raj wasn't emanating that. He was emanating something, but that wasn't quite it. Okay? This is it. And, like expressing more now. This is the second chance for the disciples of Prabhupada, if any of them still around and haven't got their injection. I wonder if Acharya Dev got the injection, or he just was, who knows? He went out was promoting that. Notice what the leaders, they just did what these, what do you call the politicians and the entertainment industry. And so the gurus did the same thing. So whose team were they on? And we all know what these guys were doing. The Dalai Lama even, it shows you it's not strong enough to save you being a Dalai Lama person. He fell under it for whether he was part of it or what, who knows? Doesn't, or the same thing with the ISKCON gurus. Maybe they're part of it. Who knows? CIA is good, isn't it? Doesn't the CIA? Look at Putana. She marched into Vrindavan. The Lord's Maya is indomitable. You cannot overcome it in that way. This is the only way to overcome the Lord's Maya. Become a real devotee of the real devotional potency. Love God. See, let the love of God be in you. The only real way. And that's so easily accessible here, so easily given here. See, people are always misled going, oh, it's in austerities. It's always, oh, look at this guru, so austere and everything. And the gurus even preach austerity, austerity, austerity. Renunciation, fastings, rules, regulations, ceremonies, fire sacrifice. See, okay, well, that's what you get. That's going to be your reality. And it's hard work, right? Rules, regulations, ceremonies, and, going around like this. And it's all external bhakti, right? That's what the Vedas teach. External ceremonies, rules, regulations, and all that. Okay? This makes it easy. Come here. The door is open. The good news is out. I was told to give the good news. On the order of Prabhupada and Krishna, give out the good news. Develop affection for these devotees, and you've cracked it, man. You've cracked the cycle of birth and death. You're going back to Godhead for sure. You believe in this word. It's very true. People are already in Godhead here. And snap of your fingers, it'll be that way for you. You don't? Well, go believe in people who have no ecstasy. Go out there. Believe those people have no truth, telling you to be renounced and do all the hard work and everything. Stand under that misinformation. Or stand under this info. It's an info war, man. Information is what you need. This information the Illuminati need. This is the beauty of it, man. Nobody's left out because God is in everybody. And we're all connected, more or less, in disconnect. But this message can penetrate the heart of those who are penetrable. The information, you show me a better information you're getting. You show me a more magnanimous information you're getting. You show me a more powerful information than you're getting here. You show me a more ecstatic information you're getting here. Give you the most happy. Show me anything, any wealth that is going to make you more happy than what you get here. You don't see with all the billions of dollars you put Bill Gates, you just look what he looks like now, or Fauci. Do they look as happy as the devotees here? You can see there. Look at their faces, index of the mind, and look at Lalita Ganga's face or anybody in ecstasy here. See? Because we've got that kind of truth. It's so good. We have that kind of power. It's very, the magnanimity of Lord Chaitanya is with us. It's been left with us. His munificence is with us. His special mercy is with us. It's not with Narayan. What is this special mercy? Okay, that was okay. Many lifetimes you're going to see Krishna. Okay, well, maybe in many lives. Okay. But is that mercy as special as this? You got to work your little tail off and do all these fasts, man, and chaturmasas and everything. And the best you get is a little bit of pride still. You can't get over that, or a lot of pride. Get a title or something, you can become an external guru. You can't internally liberate people like we do. You can't see the kind of ecstasy that Johan and Lalita and River have, but you can externally, proclaim yourself a representative Vrindavan like Putana did, didn't she? Oh yeah, I'm a Vrindavan devotee. Inside her heart was contaminated still, right? Just like these guys, all of them. Every one of them. Can't stand before my Lord. Didn't you hear Paul's preaching, man? It's like filthy rags. Your austerities and your renunciations. It's not clean enough, man. You got to take advantage of the magnanimous, munificent, and the extreme mercy of Lord Chaitanya coming through here. Now, that's impressive. Oh, you come and see my real devotees? Oh, you like to hear from them? Oh, my God, let me give myself to you. Now, that's magnanimity. That's what happens here. That is a reality. That's really true. Is that so true, people? It's jaw-dropping truth. You like our little puppet show today? That's right, a living show. Otherwise, you're seeing the show. Dead shows, man. Even the biggest blockbusters, they're dead, man. There's no life in them. They're all talking about world and bodies and material minds and material emotions and material love affairs that come and they go. And all this is just all temporary crapola. And then speculations about ascended masters and aliens and lizards and all of that, and people are fascinated on all, but it's all illusion, all of it, all about bodies of aliens. It's just a body, man, contorted this way and that way, and lizards, and it's all body stuff. But deep in there is a soul. It's in the lizards. It's in the people. It's in Narayan Maharaj. It's in Acharya Dev. It's in you. It's in all of us. That's our target. See, becoming related to that, so that the family of man is awakened. See, we're here facilitating Isaiah's prophecy. There'll be a time everyone will know God. The lizards, the demigods, the demons, the rakshasas, all of them will know the Lord. See, that's this time, and this Lord Chaitanya's time. We're here doing his work, man. Our being about not our Father's business. That was with Jesus. I saw that. Yeah. No, I want to be about my friend's business. My intimate friend's business. I like his business. Liberating souls, giving himself, glorifying the perfect path. Giving people the news that's even better than Jesus. And that's no, Jesus ain't sweating. Thank God somebody realizes I had more to say. Everybody's still just listening to what I said, and they didn't understand that I was going to come, that God, it's the same God, man. Christ means Krishna. That same God, came as Lord Chaitanya, the combined form of the God and Goddess, the true, complete Godhead. Sat Chidananda, a true son in this world of the highest truth, son of the highest truth. Literally. Highest revelation hasn't been here in 27 yuga cycles. From Kali to Satya Yuga, 27 times. On the 28th time, Krishna comes, and then people didn't quite get it because it was locked in there. And then he comes again as Lord Chaitanya to do a public gift-giving thing that we're in line with. It's time to give the gifts. Anybody want gifts and presents? Do you want to see Lord Chaitanya every day? You want to feel that? Or do you want to wait to get a bellyache once a year to see the festival of Lord Chaitanya? You don't see the inner festival yet. Yeah, and you see, that's there. The hypocrites, the pseudo gurus, and all that. But you know what? If they end up realizing that, and they come to the real devotees, the Lord will never look at. They'll overcome all of that like that. It's just all about understanding that. See, they don't have proper. If they knew this would be for their benefit, they would become real gurus and liberate thousands of their disciples. If they knew that, see, they would do. Everybody would, because everybody wants the highest good. You want to be a lot of people want to be guru, see, instead of being guru at a certain point where it just happens. It just happened. I didn't ask for this. I just worshiped the Lord ecstatically. That's the teaching. It was the teaching I lived my life. I didn't think, I want to be a big guru in ISKCON. I just wanted to worship the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy, and I did for years. All of a sudden people come, one, and then when I start preaching, then more come gradually. But you saw how 20-something years had to kind of wipe this stuff off. And I had to go through a few things too to see really clearly. Now we're on the roll, man. We're rolling the dice, man. They're all lucky sevens for everybody. Come in here, man. Really? Lucky seven. There's no gamble. There's no gambling here. You're going back to Godhead guaranteed. We already prove it's not just blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of blah, 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 but it's true blah, blah, blah. It doesn't, your life is no more blah, blah, blah. Get you out of the blahs and the blues. Lord Krishna said this, if you come under the shelter of my devotee that I'm sheltering, you are guaranteed to get me. Otherwise, there's always some doubt. There's always some doubt. You go to gurus still. You haven't found the real path yet. Even though you have the books there, they can't represent them like a devotee who loves God. You can see they love God too much. Or even Lalita Ganga loves God too much. Also, Johan, too much. But I like that too much. Do you? You need to be those who are too much, man. You got to be around there. Intense worship of Krishna, intense tears pouring out, intense holy laughter, man. Intense revelations. I love it, man. It's like those people that jump out of planes in parachutes. They do it for the rush. I'm only doing this for the rush of God, man. I like his rush. He's a rusher, man. Maybe he's from Russia. Maybe he's Russian. Because he's always Russian here, man. We're rushing to meet him. He's rushing to meet us. I think he is Russian. That's what it is. Yeah, see, they're misunderstood over there, I think. I think we might be getting, maybe it's the projection of the America, man, and all these, we're faulting and doing all this stuff in these different parts, but I think it's the opposite. It's even coming to light because the truth is coming to light. No matter how hard these demons try to hide it, still the truth is coming out. It's the apocalypse, man. All truths, and all that, so that we can just admit, we all got egg on our face. Let us just take shelter of the Lord's mercy. Lord Chaitanya's mercy is the only option. There's no other option, really. What can the demons do when they're found out? Listen, think about it. The only power they have is being in the shadows and deception. But when their game is seen, what power do they have to deceive? Right? It's all working to that. When the demigods realize that speculation isn't the ultimate understanding, and that you need to understand God as God is, and somebody's showing the real path to that, and then others are showing the real path. We're developing an army of realized souls here. Do you see that? See, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. But now we got a few. Yeah. See, the harvest. Why wouldn't people want to, when they get wind that this is really, really true stuff? And why wouldn't people want to go to where the real food is? Right? People are all starving. You think people are starving because of lack of physical food? No, they're starving because lack of truth, lack of the spirit of ecstasy in that truth. See, we're just facilitating the dream of Jesus. He said there'll be a time when we will worship in the time is now. It began with him. Worship in spirit and truth, in the Holy Spirit of devotion, which reveals the truth and makes it very tasty and relishable and wonderful. See, we're already showing that example here. Day 4. Good. And I like these. See, this whole book is about love of God, man. Intoxicated with Krishna prema. Where is that, man? Where is that intoxication? That's my question. Where is somebody like the Lord was then 550 years ago, intoxicated with prema? That is my only essential question. Where is the intoxication of love of God? Because that's where God is. He only likes to be around those who get intoxicated. He's like a bee into those kind of flowers. That's these devotees who are intoxicated like that. They're intoxicated with him, and he's intoxicated with them. That's rasa dance. That should be everybody's question in Krishna conscious movement right now. Everyone, every single person should ask, where is that Krishna prema? Because that's your ticket out of here. If it's not available, it'll never be preached. It'll never be shown, right? Then it's not available. That's why the acharyas hid it. Just munched on it themselves in their closets. But, then it's just like, what's the difference between the recent acharyas having ecstasy but not exhibiting it much, and just when they're alone or maybe with one special disciple? Then Vrindavan Leela with Radha and Krishna and all their devotees in Vrindavan and never venturing out. See, they don't come out of their house. In other words, Vrindavan was their house. House for what? Having their fun, man. Rasa dancing and relishing, having all their pastimes in that house of Vrindavan. Okay? So that's the way it was with the recent acharyas. They're having it's locked and sealed still, right? But was it always meant to be that way, or is it meant for Lord Chaitanya to come? See, we're not waiting for another 550 years of it being locked away. His time is now. See? So do you see the pattern? It's got to be that way. Otherwise, love of God is not available. What's available? What came out of the Acharya's mouth? Rules, regulations, ceremonies, build your temples, distribute books. See, that came out of their mouths, and people are doing it. Whatever a great man does and teaches, common men follow. Common devotees follow it, right? Now look at the greatness going on here. Yeah. See, whoever believes this message, and this is the good news. See, this is the news. Jesus came to give special news, great news to the followers of the Pharisees, the hypocrites, the ones who were say representing God, but really didn't. Not the true God, not the ecstatic Lord, not Satchidananda Lord, not that Lord. Jesus came to good. Oh man, just believe. See the deeper teachings of the Spirit. See, that was his word. Holy Spirit, man. Holy Spirit. Holy Ghost will get the unholy ghosts out of you. Exhort them out of you. And then you live in the Spirit of God. Spirit of God, once he chooses a temple, he doesn't want to leave it. Right? We just come, worship every day in spirit and truth. He doesn't want to leave. So don't you guys leave. You're devoted. You have a free will, right? I mean, your heart should not. You stay here long enough, your heart doesn't want to leave. It's like, hey, man, this is where life is. Why would you want to give up your life? Intoxicated with, he became oblivious to the external world. Intoxicated with Krishna Prem, he rolled on the ground, unaware that his clothes no longer properly covered his body. The Lord was pleased to see Keshava Bharati in such ecstasy. They danced together, putting the devotees into fits of ecstasy. Ecstasy, ecstasy, ecstasy. If you don't like ecstasy, you are fool number one still. And you'll always be fool number one unless you like the transcendental ecstasy of devotees. That's the pure and simple truth. So you might as well come and drink it, even if it's a bit bitter at first, because of contamination, always contamination, contaminated ideas, contaminated association, contamination with hypocrites that you don't know are hypocrites, hypocrisy. Here we can be, I'm a little hypocritical. I'm not perfect. I'm no Rupa Goswami. But the Lord covers it simply, and this is the teaching. You hypocrites out there, just become like a hypocrite like Gaurahari. All my hypocrisy, the Lord covers. Simply because I like his ecstasy. Simply because I like his truth. Simply because I like his real devotees. So come. You can get over even your hypocrisy. And some know they're hypocrites. Just like, these demons, they know they're they know they're lying. They do. They're just all in on the lie, and they justify it and everything, just like these people lie. The lie, and they're sincerely lying to you. It doesn't matter. It's like they're breaking the law. The law is telling the truth. Everybody's breaking. Even in the mode of goodness, they're lying. Everybody's lying. They can't get out of it. There's always just a little less of a lie in the mode of goodness, but they're lying. They're lying that, well, like this one guru, nice, sincere person, I'm sure, but he's lying to you. Well, I have to take the position of guru and take disciples because somebody's got to do the job. And they're going, oh, Gurudev, liberate. Oh, yes, you'll be liberated because I took the job. Sorry, they're lying. You got to meet the real devotees empowered with the spiritual potency. And that gets in you. And that's what liberates you. You got to be sparked, man. You got to be ignited. The Bhakti-lata Bij has to be ignited in you. That dormant love, that dormant realization of your soul has to flame on. And only those who are sparks in this world, sparks from that eternal sun, rays, can do it. No one else can. No one else can. You got a monopoly, a mafia. You ever see, like here in Playa, they got a mafia. Ooh, man. Nothing goes on here without paying off the mafia. Oh, you think the Lord is any different, man? It's also a mafia, spiritual mafia. You got to pay the Lord off You got to pay. What is the payment? You got to listen to the devotees, man. Do what they say from your heart. You got to be convinced. They don't like feigned stuff. They whack those people. They slap them around, get them out of there. No, from your heart. You got to, if you come from your heart and think, whoa, I can accept this. This is really logical. Man, this is really smart. Man, this is fantastic. Okay, there we go. That's the payment. Hearing from my devotees and coming to see what is more reason, because they're not gonna. I don't like blind believers. I don't want one blind believer here. I want their eyes. I want them walking into Vrindavan with their eyes open, seeing how fantastic it is. Even here, you get your glimpses. I want people walking into Vrindavan, not like in a feigned way, because otherwise you can't get in. You got to come dine with us and let our amazing spiritual master pour you a glass of transcendental bliss. Yes, we're all toast together, man. We're all, not only me. So many people, this love of God is fructifying here. They can all pour you a glass. There's some wine in their bottle. This is the problem. This is the essence, man. There's no wine in the bottle of those who have not realized God. Realizing God is simply this: realizing the glories of this ecstatic bliss that is being glorified in this book everywhere, up, down, and around. That is the essence. Okay, then wine will be put in your bottle. Even if there's some garbage in it, still some dirt in there. Doesn't matter. The Lord will wash it out. So the sweeper will come in there, Radharani, devotion, and she'll sweep all that stuff out. That's the problem. She ain't waiting for you to have a clean house. That's what these gurus are teaching. Oh, first clean your house, man. Clean your heart. You got to sit there and chant your offensive rounds. You have no affection yet. For God or his devotees, really. You just think you do, or you don't even think about it because you can't think straight. You're following that slow path. Well, here, we just made a bridge, man. Yeah, come be around affectionate devotees. Get your battery jumped. You come here, the Lord will jump into your heart and start cleaning. Won't wait for you to be perfect like Narayan Raj. Oh, be perfect. Get over an Artha-nivritti. Become austere, renounced. Then you'll deserve Krishna. Below, I'm sorry, this ain't the full teaching. Let's put it that way. Are you ready to move on, anybody? Or you want to continue doing the hard way or the easy way? You want the short straw every time? We'll go that route. You want always a long straw? Come here, man. Your straw will always be bigger than everybody else's. No matter what level you are, you're on the team, man. So, good question. How can you have affection with a contaminated heart? Yeah, see, that's what a man would say, Freddie. This is what the persons who don't believe in miracles and the miracle of the Lord, that he started with Jesus's birth in the barn. How can you? Well, he just showed you in that external pastime, which is an internal truth. He's born. The Christ is born in your heart and my heart and his heart. And it's a bunch of beasts in there still, even hypocrisies and all of that. I can't live like real devotees like Rupa. You want a real devotee? Raghunath Das. I can't live like them, but the Lord ain't waiting. He ain't even waiting for to make me even a spiritual master. That's how magnanimous the Lord is. He said, I can still use, hey man, I'm gonna soup you up, even though you're a jalopy, man. You ever see these souped up cars, man? They still look like jalopis, but then what's inside, what's under the hood is all these, all kinds of things in there, man. Souped up, superpower stuff and all that. That's what the Lord is. He shows, oh, look at this jalopy over here. But inside is what's inside. See, it's him. Radha and Krishna, they're the secret of all secrets. Having affection is not having perfection. Actually, I'm glad you said that, and we'll actually make it real conclusive. Having affection is perfection. You could say it both ways. See, your way is right, and this way is also right. Having is affection is the perfection God is looking for. And if you don't have it, your only real chance practically is to be around those who have that affection. That's here. Okay? That is in this place, at this time, in these circumstances that we're in. Amy Rose. That was a great statement. Yes, it was. Yeah. It is.
That's what I always hear. Don't think you're like Rupa Goswami, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Lord ain't waiting for you to be like that. He's just giving you the same love Rupa Goswami has. I mean, I'm not like he's, externally. See, that's external. But man, I love his books. I love the, his realizations. Literally love. Why? Because the Lord, of course, if you get this mercy which is here, you'll love what the Lord loves. Why wouldn't you love Rupa Goswami? He is that book, isn't it? What it's about? Loving, affection. So what if you externally you're born a Sudra or something and you got habits in the world, but you got that love of God? How can that happen? Well, that's the miracle. The Lord can do what he wants. That's what he's doing in Kali Yuga. How could he give love of God even to the lowest people if he didn't do that? And that's how he takes contamination away. You just keep loving him. You're on the path of prema. He gives you the gift of the path of prema. This is what ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti do not know. The Lord Chaitanya has given the gift of prema through here now. It begins here. It began with Bhakti Vinod, but it's fructifying here. He's giving now. That is the word. You notice? That is the message here. Take the gift of prema. The Lord won't wait for you to do the perfect chaturmas. Those guys will get in. They'll get in later. But you get in now because the gift of prema is here. That's the word you hear. Make that your God. Make prema your God. I'm just telling you what my God is. That's all. My God, if it becomes your God, you're going to be very happy. My God is a prema God. That was Lord Chaitanya's God. He followed the path of prema. That was his devotees too. And we're teaching that same path again. Yes, make this word your God because it's my God. I'm just serving this word, serving the glory. I was ordered by Prabhupada to preach Chaitanya Lila. Preached now as his full approval, man. Doing exactly what he wants me to do. And that means what he wants you to do. I mean, if you got sufficient intelligence, here you'll say, yeah, I want to do this, man. That's the best path. No, how come my gurus never taught me this? How come they never gave me this good news? Man, I see this good news works. Look at these devotees. They're so ecstatic. Lalita can't stop laughing and crying from the very first mantra she chants. Where do you see that? Look at Johan. Dreams and ecstasies. And he loves Chaitanya Lila. He quotes the verses he knows where all these verses are more than I can find them. I don't know how he's finding them. Having affection is perfection. Love that. Affection is the class theme today. That's right. It's always the theme, actually, isn't it? See, who is our object of talking 2 hours and 20 minutes? If my affection was, I have a little baby. Oh, let me tell you about him. You ever see people, they talk about their little children and all day long? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You got a little child. He's going to grow up. He's going to leave you. He's going to die. You're going to die. So what's after that? Oh, I'll get another one in the next life. And you will, because of your affection. Now look at our affection. Where is it? Oh, Lord Chaitanya, he's so cute. Oh, he's so Lord Chaitanya. Ah, Lord Chaitanya. Oh, look at these wonderful things. Oh, this name is so well. Where? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to go where the Lord is because we have affection now. We're not here like glorifying little babies. We're glorifying the big baby. And he is. Isn't Krishna? Think about it. Radha and Krishna, they're just a bunch of big babies. They're crying all the time. Isn't that a big baby? Don't they cry a lot? Crying and laughing and all that, you know. They're just big babies, big babes. See? So you can have them as a big baby. I like my big baby, right? It's a father-daughter, mother-daughter, mother-son relationship, right? Or you can have him as he's a big babe, man. That's I like that. He's the babe. She actually I like the more lesbian type relation. I'm a little more. Did you know? I'm more lesbian than most lesbian, than all lesbians, actually. I'm more lesbian. I like Radha. I'm a girlfriend. I like that. I like Les. I do Les, man. Transcendental Les, man. I like her. You guys can have Krishna. I like her. See, women know the great pleasure. See, they know they're in on a secret because they're women, you know, they know. See? They know things that the male doesn't know. That's why Krishna says, look at this, look at my devotees. Look at Radha, especially. She knows more about me than I know about myself because of the strength of her devotion and love. More Les than me. I don't know. Tell us. See, so Freddie says, as a man, you can't be a lesbian. Well, you just think so. Well, you don't have any idea, man. You're just looking at the what superficially. It is superficial vision, Freddie. I thought better of you. I thought you were more smart than that. Well, actually, he's just asking for the. He doesn't really think like that. He's just asking for the benefit of people, just like Arjuna, right? He's just right, Freddie. You're just asking for the benefit of like Arjuna did. All he knew all these things. Yeah. Yeah, you see, even in the movies, they're glorifying lesbians and homosexuals, right? But we're meant to be like that. And you're actually a homosexual, even in the male body. Radha and Krishna is very attractive to devotees. See, so you're actually, you know, the world is a shadow of the truth. We should be androgynistic, actually. Isn't the Lord androgynistic in this complete form? Radha and Krishna is a complete form of the Godhead. If you lack one part or the other, you'll be lacking. You know, Radha's ecstasy is stimulated by the truths she understands about Krishna. See, and Krishna's he also like he's looking at Radha. He's stimulated by her love. He just loves. He relishes it. A benefit joker. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Ah. Okay, let's take a little break for a while. I started late, actually. It's already probably 6. Oh, yeah, so after 7. Okay. Okay, well, nice talking to you guys. I hope you like the puppet show.
We
So,
liked it. Right.
give us a word before we go. Everybody, give us a word. I've been talking your ears off here. Give us a
For
word,
me,
Tom.
it's time to walk with a devotee, to walk more outside. I want to walk with devotees and not sit at the computer screen all the day.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to have to do what I did. You got to make them.
Yeah,
That's
go
right.
live while you walk.
Yeah, you go out there. We all go make them now. I also got to get out there more. Just too lazy. I got to get out there and make more. I got to get out with the little thing, sing more. To all devotees, if you have not written a testimony regarding one's experience since following Gaur Haridas Maharaj, please do that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people need to be more logical. Like, who's got a testimony in their heart of something extraordinary happening to them in this world, right? So, you know, everybody should, whatever it is. Like even in the Vaidhi sector, they can give a testimony. They do too, and should, to help others, realize any foothold in the path. Believing in Krishna, there's some affection there, right? Otherwise, how can you believe in Krishna? Yeah. Okay, River, give us a word. Oh, I shouldn't have said this. This will be here for 35 minutes. Or,
Did you say
or
yes?
longer. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, give us a word. A few words. Yeah.
Oh, because I'm going to speak a lot.
I heard your classes. I know what you do.
I learned it from you, Marge. You're a great teacher. You're frozen.
There is an echo, Yamuna.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Maraj is still there. Oh, just quickly, yeah, great class, Maraj. Maybe it's material. I was watching. I put a video on, and it's about how the Bible is seeing how all the major states in the world, they've all got animals as their representatives, and how these countries, there's 5 main countries, there's England, Russia, China, France, and America. They're all part of this United Council that decides what's going to happen in the world all over. And this was on a Christian site. So I did a bit of research on it last night. And it just happens that all the countries have the 3 colors, red, white, and blue. And China has yellow. It was really, really, really interesting. Maybe I was trying to find something. I don't know. But the fact that all the countries have an animal representing them, and they write their own understanding of why they think they have those certain animals to represent them. I don't really know what the truth is in that, but that was really, really interesting. It kind of just came to me, and so it was great. I like that. England is a lion. I like that as well. Not that they use it, as the stalwart lion, Lord Chaitanya. But yes, so that's all I was going to say. But great class, really great. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad to be
Really?
part of this family.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'll be quiet now.
So, Lalita, give us a word.
I'm very happy, Guru Maharaj. The class is finished. Otherwise, I had to interrupt it because I'm locked up in my flat and they'll come to repair my lock.
Oh.
So in 10 minutes, a guy will come to help me.
Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. I got locked in one too. The lock broke,
The lock broke. Yeah.
Somebody has to be.
Something that follows me. Do you remember in Goa, Balaram locked me up?
Oh, he did that? He locked you up. Yeah.
Don't you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah.
I had to go live.
Did he do that on purpose or was that an accident? Who knows?
Forgetfulness. But here the lock is old, so yeah.
Well, everybody's locked up more or less in this world. We're here to unlock people's door. Unlock the door, so people can be free. And it's free in the truth, really sovereign. I mean, this is so universal. People are looking for sovereignty, and you can't just do it on your own, because we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to be with God, our true friend, beyond Father, beyond Father. This Father thing is just the beginning. Be with our true friendly relationship with God. That's the idea of deity worship, is to develop some idea of relating to God as a friend, an intimate person, intimate relation, isn't it? See, so anyway, that's the contribution that came through India, and it's appropriate too. It came through there because it's Bharat Varsha. The Vedas glorify India as such a great place. The highest revelations have been there. It's holy places. You feel it. That's why I always liked India. I didn't. I wasn't looking at the dirt and dirty things and all that stuff. I was the feeling, man, in India. It's different than anywhere in the world. The vibration in India. That's why you see Janaki is a good example. Janaki left here, okay, because it's like India here, but it's not quite like India. Even though it's Sankirtan is good, she still left here. But India, she could stay 6 months, and I'm telling you, it wasn't any. It was actually better here in so many ways, but still, it's a spiritual thing. See, Janaki's in a spiritual thing. See? I have to create this.
Even Goa.
Even Goa. She didn't leave. She stayed 6 months, and there were mosquitoes. More. There were no mosquitoes here. She just used the little ants crawling around thing. But there are mosquitoes there, man. Big ones, and they fucking bite, man. And you can get all kinds of diseases and all this. But being in India is a special place. Saints go there. Anywhere where so many saints and realized souls have been throughout the ages becomes impregnated. That's why it's the greatest place on this planet. See? Devotees, anyway, that's that's why people, when they go to Mayapur, and even if you're not like really that advanced, but you're advanced enough to, like, you've come through Prabhupada and go to the holy place, you feel, many feel different, be better. See, not the full extent. I mean, none of us feel the full extent of that. I don't feel the full extent. I'm not rolling on the ground yet. Could you imagine? We'd probably be locked up if we did. Could you see take them to the hospital? And you don't want to go to hospitals right nowadays.
Nobody will come and get me out anymore then.
No. They're just like, oh yeah, they just let her roll on the ground. We don't want to see this lady. Just keep her locked up, man. No fixing her lock. Yeah. Okay. All right. Haribo, everybody. Have a good day.